We are going to go through the end of July in this forecast using the LRC model. I'm meteorologist Gary Lezak. There's a river of air above us that is cycling regularly, and we have cracked the code, and I want to share this forecast with you today. Thank you for being premium customers, and we appreciate all of you out there. Let me know if there's any questions as we go through this report. Here is the April 21st Weather 2020 Intelligence Report. All right, we will start from the beginning. As you can see here, I titled it Wet or Dry? The defining question this planting season. All right, so a lot of you getting into the fields, getting a lot of your seed down, and we don't need a lot of rain right now, right? Well, look what just happened. The LRC is right on schedule. January 25th, there was a blizzard. Remember, no one could score as soon as it started between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. New England went to the Super Bowl winning 10-7. In just a 2-inch mini blizzard, it only snowed for 2 hours. It just happened to be during the game. We knew that pattern was going to return, and it did. Look, here it is at Coors Field just last Friday. Amazing. It didn't delay the game, though. They played the game that night as the snow ended. Just like here, it was only about a few hours of snow. Predictable, repeatable, proven, the LRC. Not only that, there was debris in the air in this tornado in northeast Texas in November. Then the southeast United States on January 25th while the blizzard was going on in Denver. Tornado outbreak there. And then the Coors Field event and a tornado in Kansas. So all these events are related and right on schedule, including this risk coming up our way Thursday. There's a risk of severe weather from eastern Kansas, eastern Nebraska, into western Iowa, and northwest Missouri. We'll watch closely for the potential for severe thunderstorms. So that's the setup. What is going on with this weather pattern? What's happening with the drought? Let's take a look and see as we take again a look at this. You can see here. So once again, there is the severe weather outlook, and here is the drought conditions. Here are the drought conditions. You can see shrinking drought in the eastern corn belt, expanding drought out west. Let's look at the comparison again. Look at this. Pick out Colorado. Look at this right in here. March 3rd, just in the last month and a half, the drought has expanded significantly across Utah, in Colorado. This is not good news. This does not bode well for the fire season ahead. So again, just look at that, Utah and Colorado. California has been drying out too. However, they're starting to get rain now in April. It's amazing. And snow in the higher elevations. More on that in a second. In the southeastern United States, also expanding drought, especially southern Georgia and Florida. Look at that. All right? And from Kansas City to New York and from Toronto down to Kansas City, the drought has been wiped out, and there's no drought in North Dakota right now. The rainfall outlook in the next 15 days, as you can see here, heavy rain, 2 inches or more in the Sierra Nevada with heavy snow in the mountains above 6,000 and 7,000 feet. And look at all this rain across Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, still dry from California to the Texas Panhandle. And you can see in here, there is the snow on the AI model. So again, these are the snowfall forecasts for the American model and the European AI model, and they've been pretty consistent in the next 15 days. Wait till you see what is causing this weather pattern. All right, what's causing the weather pattern, as you can see here again, if you want to look at this, just stare at it. Eastern Kansas, that purple color is about 4 inches of rain. All right, and you can see that. And then if we go back to the GFS model, this darker red color and then in the middle, that is like 7 to 8 inches of rain near Omaha. So we'll see how this sets up, but a lot of rain forecast. Hopefully you got your planting in because it could get wet, as you can see here. What's causing it? There's a blocking upper level high right up in here in Greenland. Here's Greenland. Here's North America. There's California, Kansas, Missouri, Florida, underneath the ridge, staying dry there. This blocking high is causing the jet stream to be a little bit stronger and farther south. So this is going to produce some severe weather risks in the next week ahead and rain chances. Now watch what happens to this block as we go to May 4th. May the 4th be with you. On May the 4th, an upper high forms over Alaska. There's a block there. Weaker flow aloft, but still wet conditions, not huge severe weather risks because the jet stream just isn't that strong. But very interesting weather pattern. This is the flow 18,000 feet up in the atmosphere driving this weather pattern. Good news for the snow melt into the Kern County and the Kern River and the San Joaquin Valley. The water basin is going to get some snow melt as it continues to snow there, which is good because the snowpack needed more snow and rain, and they're getting it. Late season moisture is very good. Colorado, not a lot of snow, but still a foot of snow in some of the ski areas. Heaviest snow in places that didn't get a lot this winter in Wyoming, as you can see there. All right, everyone, this is the LRC model, the patent pending system using cycles. All right, you can see here 3 to 7 inches of rain in the forecast now through July. So this is through July in Nebraska and Iowa. These maps will be posted, so go look at them in the report. 14 to 16 inches of rain in Iowa, and just west 3 to 7 inches of rain, so a struggle out west. Kansas and Missouri, similar, 4 to 6 inches of rain out here, 14 to 16 inches of rain from around Kansas City southward. So there could be a little bit above average rainfall now through July. All right, so about average really is all this is. And then you can go day by day or week by week. If you have the model, if you have the Weather 2020 Vision dashboard, you can call this up for your county. And you'll get a day-by-day report like this shows wet in early May, then drying out in Kansas and Missouri, then wet in the second half of May, and then dry in the first week of June, and then wet again in the middle of June. So you can plan accordingly. Week by week really works better than the day by day, but still it has a level of accuracy. If you are interested in getting this model, just contact Bryce Palmer. Bryce at weather2020.com. It's that simple. And we can get you set up. All right, so there's your forecast. Very interesting weather pattern. Winter isn't over in the mountains. There's still snow up there. And I saw snow Friday, but that might have been my last snow. We'll see. There still could be one more chance. Have a great day, everyone. Let me know if there's any questions at all. I'm meteorologist Gary Lezak with Weather 2020.